Hi guys, Scrap and Jenny here. Okay, I have another card share for you guys today. I'm going to show you the items that I'm going to use and then we'll get right to it. I got this from Crafty Irina here on YouTube. Hi Irene, and I'm going to be using a couple pages in here. I actually have a card class this Sunday, so I got to get some cards made up. So this is one of the 4 that I've already made. And I figured I had an extra cutout because I wasn't paying attention how many I was cutting out. So I'm using some paper from Close to My Heart. It was, gosh, I don't remember. I think it was like a couple years ago. So it's got this little pattern on it and nice and pink. And then the other side is just reversed and it's solid black, but I'm not using that. And then this is our new embossed paper. You can see all the little hearts. So I'm using this side. And this is the reverse side. It just has plain hearts. So I'm using a little bit of this. And the stamps that I'm going to use is this one here. This is part of a constant campaign, Who's Your Valentine? And I'm going to use this little owl here, and this love sign, and this little heart, and the XOXO circle. I'm going to use all of those in that one. This one I'm going to use a little piece of me, and this is crafted with love, B13.99, and I believe you can still get this one. Here's another old one. This is when I first started with Close to My Heart, I think it was, or maybe it was last year. It might be. I should have actually checked to see if these are in the catalog. I will put a note on the bottom if they're still active, if you could still get these. Actually, this one you can't. This is a stamp of the month, and it's Mad About You, and I'm going to use this Happy Valentine's Day. I like this one a lot, and you can tell I've used it a lot. I used it with my neon stamp pads, and it turned the color of it. So, and then this one I know is new because I just got this one. It is a Happy Mail. It's under Everyday Life, and it's B1461. And I'm going to use this little wreath thing or leaf thing around here, and I'm sealed with a kiss, and then I'm going to use the Happy Mail stamp. And the other ones that are on here is For the Record, XO, To and From, and Special Delivery. Then get a paper clip, a heart, and then an and sign. And then you got your little banner to put your Happy Mail in. So I'm going to use those 2. And the other 2. And I have some recollection cardstock that I'm using. I've already gone ahead and, oh, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to use these tiny, tiny, Close to My Heart little button brads. I'm using 2 of these. And let's get started on the card. I will show you the card and the envelope. This is the card that I'm going to make. So here's the recollection paper, and then the 2 little buttons, and the love sign, and then the XOXO. Very cute. And then I put my information on the back, and it says Made by Me, and then the inside says Happy Valentine's Day. My envelope has the Happy Mail over here, which I forgot to put the banner on there because I wasn't paying attention. And then there's the back of here. It says Sealed with a Kiss, so I will stamp that on my next one. Alright, so let's get started here. I got my card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm not going to use that right now because I'm going to use my pink cardstock that I got from Crafty Irina. Hi Irene! Again. Okay, so then here's my paper. This is 4 by 4, and my base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. Grab my ATG here. Okay, so I have 4 1/4 or 4 1/2, 4 by 4 square, and I'm going to place it here. Okay, there's that piece. So I have that so far. Then I'm going to add my bottom piece, which is, move things around here a little bit. I got my pieces over here on the side of the camera. Okay, and I got my bottom piece here, and this piece is really cute. It's got little little quotation marks with Valentine things in them. I think they say I love you, little quotation things and little hearts. This piece is 1.5 by 4. And I'm going to just use my glue really quick. My ATG is too big to do a video right now. So I'm going to use my go-to glue, which is my favorite. And I'm going to make sure I don't have it upside down. Wonder how many people have done that. I've actually put a card on backwards a few times too. Okay, so then I have my middle piece here, which I have it this way. So I have to make sure my hearts are going the right way. And this middle piece is 3/4 by 4. And I'm actually going to hole punch these and put my little buttons on them. So I'm going to bring in my nifty pad from close to my heart, and I'm going to hole punch these. Let's see. I think there's my hole punch. Alright, and I'm going to go here, and then one more about here. Okay, so now I have my holes for my buttons. I'm going to put these through. And make sure I have them going the right way. Here, so you want to make sure that the little holes are going the same way. So, I can push this down, grab my next one, put this little guy in, turn it a little bit. There, my holes are going the same way. And then I like to, let's see, flatten them out a little bit. Oops, I hit the camera, sorry. Okay, so then this one, I'm going to go right here in the middle, and it's going to go like half and half. So I use my glue. Okay. Put that right in the middle there. The thing with these buttons on the ends, they kind of make the paper go up a little bit, so I'm holding it down to flatten it out a little bit. Okay. Then my next piece here, I'm going to do my owls and my heart, or owl. And this piece is just a 2.25 by 2.5. You guys don't need to know that, but you can grab any kind of scrap paper. Take out my owl, and take out my heart. I'm going to take out my love sign. I'm going to need that. And I'll put this one aside. Okay, so let's start with my owl. I'm going to use my archival ink from Close to My Heart for the owl. Grab one of my blocks. I like to put my stamps down and then pick them up with my blocks. So I have my stamp. Something about my archival ink is just, it sticks to my stamp now. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you stamp it because I'm going to cut it out anyways. And I didn't like how that turned out. See how the bottom of the owl has a little bit of a not clear print. So I'm going to do it again on the other side. think I need to fill my pad. I don't know what's going on. It's sticking. It's completely covered. Alright, let's try again. So again, no rocking, just press right down. There we go. That one's better. A nice, crisp, clean black. Alright, so I'm done with my black. I'm going to bring out my cranberry. Put this little guy aside. And I'm going to grab my little heart. Put this down. My little square or rectangle. I'm going to use a tulip, which is right close to my heart. Okay, check that. Okay, looks good. Stamp. It's very hard not to rock your stamps when you're doing that. I'm going to need this still, but put that aside. Take this little guy off. Over there. Alright, and now I'm going to fussy cut this out. So you might hear a little bit of music, I hope.
Heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave, how can I love when I'm afraid to fall? But watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. What?
Get rid of my garbage. Okay, so now this piece is 2 1/4 by 3. Then I have my glitter paper that I'm going to use. This is Close to My Heart's glitter paper. Very pretty. It doesn't rub off. And that is 2 1/2 by 3 1/4. So I'm going to base. So I'm going to start with this first. I have to stamp on this one with the. Oop, I forgot one of the stamps off of this. I need the XOXO from this here. So pull that off. Use my 2 by 2 square to pick it up. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to stamp it about here. Hopefully I didn't mess that up, and it's good. And I need one more stamp. So I pull this one off of here. So everybody getting ready for Valentine's Day? Have you even started any of your Valentines yet? I've only been doing this because I have a class on Sunday. I have about 10 people coming, so it's going to be fun. I have to cut everything out for them. Okay, so what I did with this one is I just put this love with the hearts in the middle, or I put it on the bottom here. So I'm done with that. So now I'm going to do my layering. And I'm going to take my little owl here, and his ear's a little funny, so I'm going to fix that a little bit. Call it the OCD in me, I guess. Has to be perfect. Okay, so there's that. So I'm going to take my little owl, and I'm going to put some of my nifty glue. There's my boo-boo owl in the back there. Okay. Put this guy down right about here. Okay, then I'm going to take my little heart. I'm going to put it like that on an angle. Now I just thought of this at the last minute. My other card doesn't have it, but I will be adding it to it. I have these tiny, tiny little bling, and I've decided to put one on this tiny heart right there. We like our bling, so I'm just going to add a little piece there. So there's that. You see? Very cute. My cutting is not that good right on that edge, but nobody will see that. I know you do, but that's only because we're crafters and we can see mistakes. But I intentionally did it that way. Just kidding. Alright, so I got my glitter paper here. I'm going to put it right onto my glitter paper from close to my heart. Center it where I want it. Okay. And I didn't want the card to be two-dimensional so they can't mail it. So that's why I did the fussy cut and then the layering so it doesn't get that bulky in the mail and they're able to mail them. I mean, you could put them on Pop Dots in a little bit, but I did put this on Pop Dots and I'll show you that here in a minute. Okay, so where's my card base? Okay, here's my card base. So I'm going to put this guy halfway in the pink and like right there. So this, here Jeannie, this is all I have left. See? That's all of my sticky tape that I have left. So I've been trying to save as much as I can, so I cut my pieces. My Big Lots, I used to buy the tape from them, and they don't have it anymore. They took all of their scrapbooking stuff out of my store, and this, for some reason, was back in the auto department. I have no idea why, but it's not there anymore. So they must have just got rid of it altogether. So I have not been able to go and buy more refills or rolls of it, which is pretty sad because I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want to go buy a whole roll of it from Walmart that's going to cost me like $4, when this cost me $1 and it was a huge roll. So anybody wants to send me a Valentine's, send me some rolls from Hobby Lot or from Big Lots. I mean, the roll was like this, and this is all I got left. So, I mean, I have this little piece right here. That's it. If I can't take it off of the what is this? The center. Okay, so there's my card for there. And my card base, which is right here. And I think I'm going to use my nifty glue again. My ATG is in my way of the camera. Get my little glue on there. And I'm actually going to go a little bit closer to the edge, just because I'm using glue. And let's take this. And my best way of finding this is putting the card sideways and then lining it up with the edge and then laying it down to there. And then with the glue, I'm able to actually slide it if I need to. I must have miscut this one. Look at that. See the trim on there? Okay. Again, no one will notice but me and you. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to stamp the inside with my Valentines. My Happy Valentine's Day. So I'm going to open this one. Take that out. I'm going to use my 3x3 block, I think. Okay. So I have that, and then I'm going to use cranberry again, or tulip, I mean. Cranberry was on the other cards. Okay. So I have this right in the middle. So it's Happy Valentine's. And I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to use my little sentiment from this one. You know what? Yeah, it was this one. Just grabbed the wrong one. And going to use Made by Me, or let's see what we got. Created with Love. How about that one? We'll use that one. We'll use something different. And put that down. Pick it up. Make sure I have it the right way so it's not on my paper upside down. Oh, come on. I think I'm going to have to fill up my tulip pad. Okay. So there's that. Yeah, definitely have to fill up my tulip pad. See? Created with Love. Okay, so my card is done. So let me grab an envelope and we'll do the envelope. Okay, so I'm done with this one. And we're going to use this stamp set here. I'm going to use this banner. And I'm going to put the banner on this block. Get my archival ink. This way. And I'm going to put it on the bottom of my envelope right here. Okay, and then I'm going to use my Happy Mail. We'll do it in the tulip. And put that right there. So there's that. Then let's do the back. I'm going to use my 3x3 block and use this. And I like this one. If I was to go like, you can adjust it to be smaller or bigger, but I want to make sure I get the full thing. So then I pick it up and I'm going to do it in, what did I do last time? Guess it doesn't really matter. I will do black and then I'll do the red and something else in the lettering. Okay, so center of my envelope right there. Whoa. Okay, I almost lost you there. Edit and delete that part. Okay, and then I'm going to use Sealed with a Kiss. Let's see. Pick that up. And red. And I'm going to put it right above the line to seal it. There you go. Very, very cute. And then there's the back. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial and had fun watching it. Please comment down below and let me know what you think. And any of the stamp sets that I used today, if you're interested in ordering them, I will have my link to my website down below. And I also will have a list of the ones that are active only on there that you're able to get now. So, take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.